Welcome to Profitability Products. I'm your host, Ruth King. Today we're going to talk about being a better you. And before you go, wait a minute, what does being a better me have to do with profitability in my business? Think about it for a second. If you can't sleep, if you're up all night worrying, if you're stressed out, you can't make good business decisions. And you want to be able to make good business decisions so that you can do the things that you want to do and be more profitable. Today we're going to talk with attorney Tanya Stewart, who has come up with a very simple and very easy way to be a better you. Tanya, welcome.
Hi, Ruth.
It is so nice to have you back.
Thank you so much. I always have such a good time when I'm here on your show, so it means a lot to me to be here today.
Good. Now, you're going to tell all of us how to get rid of that little voice in the back of our heads.
Actually, I am.
Really?
I know, I promise you, this is revolutionary. That little voice, some people call it the inner critic, some people call it the ego. It doesn't matter what you call it, but it's constantly got that little ticker tape parade like you see at the bottom of CNN. I can't, it won't work, I don't know, what if, it didn't work last time. All those things that crop up the minute you try to do something new that would move you forward, that voice stops you, and we can do something about that.
And you say it's really easy too.
You know, I honestly need to make it harder because it's simple. All you have to do is you have to go to sleep, you have to listen to the CD at night, and you have to believe it'll work. That's it. Honestly, I'm a lawyer. Can I lie? Okay, maybe I shouldn't ask that question.
You shouldn't ask that question.
No, scratch that. But anyway, it really is that simple. I mean, people want it to be more complicated. And I'm going to explain to you kind of the biology behind it because it works with our wiring. When you're working with the grain of wood, it's easier. When you're going against the grain, it's harder. This works with the grain of how we're wired.
Okay.
Basically, we have our subconscious and our conscious mind. And this may freak you out, but basically, you spend only about 5% of your time in your conscious mind. 95% of your day, of your life actually, is subconscious. And your subconscious is literally your bundle of habits. It's your programming. And all of those programs, unfortunately, weren't given by you. You didn't sit down, you didn't select, oh, I want this one, and I want to do this one, and I want to do that one. These are things that you observed as a child. There's a PhD, Bruce Lipton, who says basically all of that subconscious programming comes in between 0 to 7.
To 7 years?
7 years old. So that's where you get that joke on the psychiatrist's couch about, well, tell me about your mother. It's actually not a joke. I mean, they really want to know about the influences that affected your programming. But we can, just like a computer, we can overwrite it. We can change it.
All right.
What I figured out as a business coach is I would come to people, I'd bring them $1 million idea, and I'd get really excited, and I'd come back 6 months later, nothing.
Well, it wouldn't even be 6 months later. You could do it a month later, and they haven't done anything about it.
Nothing. And I did it with another person, and a third person, and a fourth person, and then I thought, okay, all right, there's a pattern here. And I want everybody to know that's watching this, it's not your fault. The conscious mind, it's not your fault. The conscious mind is where your willpower and your desire is. That's where you say, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to get more sleep. I'm going to add more creativity. I'm going to start a new marketing campaign. But
I'm going to take time off.
Well, Ruth, you don't say that. You don't. Ruth doesn't say that. You don't say that. But yes, those ideas, those desires are in your conscious, and your subconscious is where all of the follow-through is. That's where the implementation lives. And if your subconscious doesn't know what your conscious wants it to do, it'll keep doing what it's always done.
So there's got to be a disconnect of some way.
There is a disconnect. Absolutely. There's a gap. And until you close that gap, people live in what I call the aisle of someday. That's the, well, someday I'll do this, and someday I'll do that, and someday I'll lose weight, and someday I'll spend more time with the kids. Someday is today. And people think they have all this time. Did you know that 85% of heart attacks occur on Monday morning between 8 and 9 a.m.?
85%?
85%. People just keel over. They're getting ready to go to their job. They hate their job. Their job is literally killing them. I know, it's just, it sounds like a joke, but you know, I tell people you've got to do something today. You're sitting here and you're looking at your circumstances and you're thinking, I don't like where I am. I'm stuck. And you don't know why. It's not your fault. The programming that you got is basically counter to what you want it to be. If you have dreams and desires that you keep having year after year and you're not making progress, it's your subconscious's fault. And we can rewrite that just like a program. We can close the gap between where you are and where you want to be.
And you're a perfect example of it yourself, because what
Yes.
happened is, I know what you looked like 2 years ago.
You know, it's funny, and the way she says that, boy, she's like, I didn't look like a complete wreck. You know, I probably look like a tired lawyer. But I have used, of course, I mean, the first person you're going to use anything you discover that's amazing on is yourself. Yes. So I didn't look like this 2 years ago.
No, I know you didn't.
I look about 10 years younger than my real age. I could say my real age. I'm 40 years old. I didn't have this shape. I didn't have this energy, this vitality about me. And I basically changed my programming.
By listening to a CD.
By listening to my own voice. You know, you really listen to yourself. I listened to my own voice telling me that I can do these things, that I can have better sleep, that I want to exercise, that I want to drink the 8 glasses of water. I literally changed my subconscious programming, and my subconscious programming executed. People don't understand, your subconscious remembers everything. Everything you see, everything you've heard, it processes 1 million times more information than your conscious. Your conscious would overload if it had everything, but your subconscious can make all the connections. It can line things up. This is where creativity comes from. This is where all the things that you need to grow your business. It's locked in your subconscious, and I can help you get it out.
All right, so we talk about just listening to a CD and it being that simple and believing that you can do it.
Yes.
But isn't that really hypnosis?
Yes, that's
Okay.
hypnosis.
Okay.
That's perfect. Oh my God, here's the trick. People think, and a lot of people will say, well, I can't be hypnotized. And it's funny. The smarter you are, actually, the easier it is to hypnotize you.
Really?
Yes, when you're really, really intelligent, your conscious mind bores easily. And all hypnosis is you take the conscious mind, you bore it. You put it to sleep. That's exactly why I have people do this when they're sleeping. And then your subconscious mind, which is always active, hears the programming. And by simple repetition, it eventually overwrites the programming that's in there, and you basically develop a new habit. And habits are the most powerful things on the planet. That is what drives everything. Like, you have a habit, I know, of drinking 8 glasses of water. How do you feel when you don't drink your water?
I know that I haven't drunk my 8 glasses of water because I feel lousy, I feel tired, I feel lethargic. And I go, I didn't drink enough water today. Boom, then what do I go do? Go drink some water.
You immediately go do it. What if you were like that in every area of your business? What if you were like that with follow through? What if you were like that with sales calls? What if you were like that with exercise? This is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about creating a better you. I'm not the only person that's used hypnosis. Actually, the list is so long. I have a list of celebrities. I really want to help your viewers understand that the richest and most powerful people in the world have turned to hypnosis to solve their problems. So people like Orlando Bloom, Sarah Ferguson, Duchess of York, a number of Olympic gold medalists. Tiger Woods uses it to focus, not to stay away from waitresses, but basically just to focus. Mozart used it to compose music. Albert Einstein used it, Jimmy Connors, Jack Nicklaus credited for his golf success, Rachmaninoff, Matt Damon, Drew Barrymore, Charlize Theron, Kevin Costner. Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis used it to help her get past her grief. I mean, that woman had a terrible, terrible life. And then suddenly, if you watched, she seemed beautiful, she seemed calm, she seemed centered. That was hypnosis. That was changing the programming of that grief. Sir Winston Churchill even used it in World War II so he could stay awake. It is a really powerful tool that people just don't know about.
And the reality is, those people with all the money in the world could go anywhere in the world that they wanted to go, and they chose to do hypnosis.
Yes.
Which is basically listening to a CD.
Yes. You're basically just rewriting. This is why when you take a home life, where if you had parents who were particularly supportive and they always told their children, you can do it, we believe in you, you can do it, those children turn out better. Their programming, their subconscious is full of, I can do it, I can overcome a challenge, I can make this work, there's a solution, I'm going to focus on the solution. If you didn't have that advantage, you can buy it.
That's true. You can absolutely buy it.
You can just buy it.
And you can listen to it.
And you can listen to it. Now, I tell people, hypnosis is going to depend, the speed at which your change comes, depends on how much resistance you have. So if you're picking something that seems very simple to you, that you're thinking, well, that's pretty easy, I could do that, you're going to have a very, very rapid change. The harder it is you think it is, the harder it is it is. So for some people, weight loss, they're thinking, I got to lose 35 pounds. Oh, it's going to take me a year. If you think it'll take you a year,
it'll take you a year.
It'll take you a year. I didn't believe it would take me a year. I just wanted my weight off, and my weight just came off. Your body is actually very responsive. This really is the reason you've heard of the placebo effect. 70 to 90% of most healings from drugs, most people attribute to the placebo effect. The simple notion that you believe it's going to work. So if you get this program and you have these CDs and you go to sleep and you believe that it will help you, it will absolutely make a difference in your life. And I've got a guarantee on it. And people don't do that.
All right, let's talk about the bundles and let's talk about the guarantee.
Absolutely. We have 3 bundles. We have the Better Health Bundle, which is going to be your sleep, your weight, your exercise, and your energy.
Okay.
This is a very, very core bundle. Each bundle will be an investment of $89. Obviously, it's a much greater value than that because I'm also going to throw in 3 months of e-coaching with each bundle because I really, really want you to do it. I want glowing reviews. I want change. Your next bundle is your Better Emotions Bundle, which is anger, stress, worry, and focus.
The basic things of business.
That's Monday morning before noon. Anger, stress, worry, focus. Right. We could use that one. And then one of my favorites, I got some requests, so I finally did a Better Business Bundle, which is your work discipline, your work creativity, your self-confidence, and ending mind chatter, that voice.
That voice in the back of your head.
That voice in your back of your head. And what I've done for everybody, so you can get all of them, if you get all 3 bundles, you're going to get a special investment price of $249. And I don't want anybody sitting out there saying, I don't think I can do this. I don't think the money is an issue. I got special permission from you, Ruth. We're going to let your viewers get this investment for $1. $1, and then you got a whole week to have it in your hands before you get charged the $248.
Try it for a week.
Is that a good deal?
That's a really good deal.
90 days.
90-day guarantee that make you smile.
Make you smile. I want people to smile. I'm so excited about this. I honestly, genuinely know that this can make a change in your life. If one of these CDs made a change in your life, would that be worth the investment? Would that get you off of that place where you're stuck to the place where you keep saying someday? Someday is today. Someday is today, and you can make a change, but you have to understand that if you keep using the same causes, you'll keep getting the same effects.
Didn't you once say that there's like 60,000 thoughts a day or something along those lines?
You know, you actually think, an average person thinks 60 to 90 thoughts a day.
90,000 thoughts a day.
60 to 90,000 thoughts, and 90% of them are identical to the ones you thought the day before.
How sad.
Is that not depressing? I mean, you honestly, you think, a really busy day, you think, well, I'm doing something. You're not. You're like a hamster in a wheel, and you don't see it. You'll see it if you take a 10,000-foot view and look at your progress. Is this where you were a year ago, 2 years ago? Make the investment. Invest in yourself. Use a different cause. Rewire yourself. It's not your fault that this programming was in there, but you can make a difference.
You can reprogram it.
You can reprogram it just like a computer.
Just like a computer. Rewrite it. Do what you want to do.
Do what you want to do.
And then what do? We merge our conscious with our self-conscious. Then.
Yes. Then your conscious is driving your subconscious, and that's the way it's supposed to be. Your conscious says, this is what I want to do. It puts the programming in your subconscious, and your subconscious uses all of its focus, 1 million bits per second of information to execute it. It means it's a done deal.
Very good. Tanya, thanks so much.
Thank you, Ruth.
Thanks for watching. Just click on the link below, and for only $1, you can try it. See that it actually does work. Then in a week, you can invest the other $248. That is very, very small investment for the things that it will do for your life, for the things that it will do for your business. You'll sleep better. You'll have better health. You'll make better decisions, and you'll have a more profitable business. I'm Ruth King. See you next time on another Profitability Products. Have a great day.